Hare Krishna and welcome to this workshop style video. We will discuss prosody and verse meter in the Bhagavad-gita chapter 1 verse 1. In this part 1 video we will especially focus on the syllabification, that is the extraction of the syllables from each pada. And when we have done that, we will determine the main type of verse meter used in this verse. So let's start by zooming in. So we can see a little better. Okay, so here we have verse 1 in chapter 1, dharma-ksetre, kuru-ksetre. And of course, the intro is not here now because we don't normally analyze the meter of the intro. It's not really a part of the verse. In a meter kind of fashion, that is to say. So let's start with dharma-ksetre, kuru-ksetre. And what do we have here? How do we do it? Well, we see here that there is an initial consonant, d, and there is a vowel, and there is a following group of consonant. There's both a r and an m. And so we have two consonants in between this vowel here and this vowel here. And how do we do that? How do we group them together? Well, we'll use this syllabification rules that we've developed in another video. And in terms of a consonant cluster which has two consonants in between the two vowels, there's no particular condition. It's always the case that consonant 1 will group together with a red vowel to the right, and that C2 will group together with the blue vowel B here to the left. So it's pretty easy. So we'll take dar as the first syllable. And then we have ma, but then comes two consonants in a row also. So it's the same rule there. We do mak, and then we put sh sound together with the e. And then another time we have two consonants in a row, the T and the R. So the T goes to the left with shet, and then we have re left there. So we have 4 syllables up to now, and then we have a single. So these are simple, but what about the R that comes there? Should it go to the left or to the right? So we consult our rules again, and we see that in terms of a single consonant, there is no special condition. It's always the case that that consonant goes to the right to team up with the red vowel A here. And the blue vowel B will get nothing to the right of it, so to speak. So when we go back to the worksheet, we are at ku, and the R here will go to the right. So we will just have two letters there, ku, and then we will have ru, but then we have two consonants, the k and the sh, in between the u and the e here. So how do we split those? Well, there are just two, so we put ruk in one, is one syllable, and she is one, but should we have, and then we should have a T here also, because there are two consonants in a row. So the T goes to the left and the R goes to the right to team up with the E here. Re. All right, that's the first, dharma-ksetre, kuru-ksetre. So let's go to pada number 2. Samavetah, yuyutsavah. And we have a sa, and we have a single consonant in between two vowels here, the M here. So this goes to the right. So sa is alone here. And then we have another, the V here is also single, so it goes to the right. So we can have a ma. And the same is here, that the T moves on to the right, so we just get V, and then ta at the end. And here we have a yu, because the second ya goes to the right to team up with the second short u here. Yu, but then we have two consonants in a row here, so we have to take the T to the left and goes with yu to form yut, and then we have just a sa here because the V moves to the right and team up with the last short A here. And as usual, the visarga following a vowel is always teaming up with a vowel. So vaha. That's pada number 2. And then we have pada number 3, mamakah, pandavah, Jaya. And how do we do that? Well, like that, and then the M will move to the right, so we can cut ma and paste there. And then we have another ma. Well, this is short ah here instead of a long one. But the k sound moves to the right, so we end up with ma. And then once again here, the visarga moves to the left to team up with the vowel next to it. So we have ka, hap. And here we have two consonants in a row, so the N goes to the left and team up with pa. And then we have da only, because the V will go to the right since it is a single consonant. We have vash, since we have two consonants in a row. So one of them goes to the left then. And then we have Jaya, because the V will move on to the right. Together with the short vowel A. Alright, and then we have the last pada, kim akurvata sanjaya. And here we have ki, because the single M goes together with the short A. And the single ka sound goes to U. And then we have two consonants in a row, so the R goes to the left, teams up with ku. And we have va, because the T moves on to the right. And then we have two consonants in a row here, so one of them goes to the left. Sun. Oh, didn't I? Maybe didn't really paste that. Oh. Okay, and then we have J, and the Y sound moves to the right. Alright, so we have done this, and then what we do now is we see how many syllables we have found in each pada, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be 8. Or there are 8. Not should be, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 there. And then we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 syllables in each pada. And if we now zoom out, we can see here in this little table here that the numbers are for the possible number of syllables for various Bhagavad-gita verses. So, and we see we have 8, so it's an anushtubh. So that is the verse meter. So this was part 1, and in part 2 we will determine the length and weight of all the syllables, and then the final patterns here for each pada. So thank you very much for watching, and Hare Krishna.